Hello people, how are we doing today? That is great. So in today's video, I'll be looking over one of the most important things when it comes to your fitness journey, and that is of course your nutrition. So obviously when going through your fitness journey, what you gotta look for is not only the training, but also the nutrition and also of course the resting and recovering and all that. So in this video, I'll be breaking down a couple tips on what you should be doing to enhance that nutrition in order for that to correlate to any muscle growth or any other physical attributes that you aspire to have. Now, the first one is you have to eat enough to grow. So when you're building a house, you gotta add the bricks and all that. So when trying to build that physique, you gotta always have the bricks, which would be the food. You'd have to consume as much as possible. So if you're like a beginner that's a little bit on the skinnier side, then I'd say you would have to go on like a lean bulkish type deal and have a surplus of around 200 300 calories. So find that maintenance calories, and then after that add 200 or 300 on top. When starting my fitness journey, I found that to be an issue, seeing as how when I first began lifting, I would be more just training, and if I didn't see results, I'd just train harder without any change in my diet. So I would just be always eating less and thinking that, oh, if I eat more, I'll get morbidly obese or something, and then I will lose all of my abs and all that, which is absurd. But as time went on, I figured out that you would have to not only train good, but you'd also have to eat good. So I would have to eat at a higher calorie surplus, and of course get all the important nutrients in the food groups and all that. So what I mean by lean bulk is I mean by having a slow and controlled gain in weight with a minimal amount of fat, compared to like a dirty bulk where you just whatever you want and gain as much fat as you want. That would be on the bad side of things. The reason for that is with doing a dirty bulk, you would just eat as much as possible, gain a lot more fat, and store those fat cells, and your body doesn't lose the fat cells, it just keeps them. So whenever you're trying to eat, it would be more likely that you would get fatter than usual, as opposed to doing a lean bulk. The next important tip for nutrients is having to track your protein first. So ideally you'd want to have around 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per body weight. Some examples of some good protein sources would be chicken or any meat in general, and also whey protein, protein shakes, protein bars, all that type of stuff would be good. And as long as you're tracking that protein goal, you'll be able to see some good results in muscle growth. All right, so the next tip would be hydration and supplements. Of course, water is important, it's essential. And the muscle is pretty much 70% of water. So that just shows how important water is for building muscle. So obviously you have to figure out, I'm not sure exactly how much water intake you should have, just a quick Google search would help. And regarding supplements, I personally would only take creatine or any protein supplements if necessary. Creatine can be iffy for some people regarding on how effective it is. It depends on the person. And with protein supplements, I'd say that it's best to always eat naturally, like as in like eat just from meats and all that to get your protein from, rather than the protein powder or the protein shakes and protein bars. Those, I'd say, use them as a substitute if your protein goal is not met for the day. And lastly, the last nutrients tip for building the fitness journey is that having the mindset is not all about perfection, but rather about consistency. One clean meal won't make you jacked. Same thing as how one bad meal won't make you lose any gains. So you gotta always have the mindset that you have to stay consistent with your good meals. But if you have one bad meal here and there, it's not the end of the world. And if anything, you can always have a good meals throughout the whole week and then one bad meal just to let go of your desire of what you've been holding back with. It's all about the journey. Just be consistent, and then later on you'll see results. Perfection doesn't lead to anything, it just leads. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you later, alligators. Until next time.